Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of AM Minnesota. We've got a KDHL alum in studio, Tom Hartman. He's the president of Faribault Sports Incorporated, the MC of the big banquet coming up Friday. Good to see you, Tom.
Thank you, Gordy, very much. Yeah, I can't believe another year has gone by. Seems like I was just sitting in this chair not too long ago with last year's, and another fabulous group going into our 26th Faribault Sports Hall of Fame. Yep.
Quite a distinguished class. We'll get to them in the next segment, but first let's get a little history. This all started in 1990, is that right?
Yeah, 1990. My good friend Leo Brand got it started. He had been up at a Hall of Fame banquet up in the city someplace and came back and gave me a call and said, "Gee, Tom, we should start a Hall of Fame in Faribault." And, well, Leo, let's get it going. So we had a good group. Lowell Nomlin, unfortunately gone. Charlie Madsen, still very, very active with us. Yeah, it was a great group.
A fantastic group, and of course, those people knew a lot of past athletes too, because that's the key to get, the folks that I don't remember, for example.
Yeah. Well, that first year class, for gosh sake, was just phenomenal. When you think of Bruce Smith, of course, and our good friend Dewey Van Orsel from Bethany Academy, Hockey Mealy, Tommy Lieb, Red Grusbeck, Gib Dapper, Gil Ozzie. I mean, those guys go back, and then there's one other young guy in there, Mike Perutka, went in our very first class.
Those are all no-brainers.
Yeah, that was absolutely no-brainer. Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about some fantastic national as well as local honors.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, Bruce Smith, for gosh sake.
Only Heisman Trophy winner in the University of Minnesota history.
Yeah.
Last year we played his speech that he gave when he received the Heisman Trophy Award. Had a copy of it, and we played that on our airwaves.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. That was quite a speech.
Yeah.
Of course, World War II is breaking out,
Yeah. Yeah, gee, I keep looking at these names, and we have 153 men and 29 ladies. We're now, we're starting to get more and more ladies, of course, because the ladies didn't play way back.
No, they didn't start till the 70s.
Yeah, so, and they're starting to come in. We're up to 29, 3 of them going in this year. 3 fabulous athletes. Yeah, they sure were.
The interesting thing too, Tom, is these people aren't only good athletes, they're good people.
Yeah. They give. Absolutely.
So it all got started by Leo Brand. I seem to recall that he was inducted into the softball Hall of Fame.
Maybe that was it. I don't recall exactly.
It was in St. Cloud, you're right. I remember going to the banquet.
Yeah.
Mike Morrissey and I both went to the banquet. He was inducted. That's quite an honor.
Oh gosh, absolutely.
It's a statewide hall. So he's in the Hall of Fame. Of course, Mike's in the Hall of Fame. You're in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
There are a lot of Faribault alums in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember even what year I went in.
99.
99.
Yep.
99.
Mike was 2002. He got to be inducted with Shane Gunderson, who one of the best athletes I've ever seen.
Oh gosh, yeah. I remember sitting in the press box and watching him play baseball. Yep. And Shane's back in town.
Yeah, assistant on the football team. He's now teaching in the Faribault Public School District. Was at MSAD the last few years.
Yep.
So it's great to have him back. Yep, quite a class we have. We're going to get into all details about this year's inductees. Can people still get tickets, Tom?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have plenty of tickets available. Faribault Liquor, where my brother is working, doesn't own it anymore, but he's working there part-time. They have tickets there. And Brazil's Barbershop has tickets. And I have tickets. Chuck Madsen has tickets. Or if you can't get to us, you can buy them at the door.
Much of it.
$17.50. Includes a fabulous dinner.
Same at the door?
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep.
What's on the menu, do you know?
My fabulous pork chops, mashed potatoes, all kinds of goodies.
Over at the
Vegetables.
You never get a bad meal at the Legion.
Nope, not at the American Legion. Yep.
That's where the banquet is. We'll get all the details about all the inductees, and this is a very distinguished, well, all the classes are distinguished, what am I saying? We'll talk about them when AM Minnesota continues. The beauty of the Faribault Sports Incorporated Hall of Fame banquet is also its simplicity. With us is Tom Hartman. He is the MC, the Master of Ceremonies for the event, which will be held this Friday. He's also president of the Faribault Sports Incorporated Board, which has been around since 1990. Got a number of distinguished members on your board, too, I see here, Tom.
Well, we have some very good members now, but I want to tell you about when we established the bylaws back in 1988. And that's Leo Brand was president, Chuck Madsen, Jerry Langsley was the secretary, Harvey Harger was the treasurer, Lowell Nomlin was a board member, Dave Thomas was a board member, and Tom Hartman was a board member. And I got to tell you this, Gordy, in order to be a nominee to the Hall of Fame, we have to go through this. A person must, during his or her career, exemplify the pride and spirit that is Faribault sports. And we have a few categories, not too many. If he's a player, or he or she a player, must be a Faribault High School or Bethlehem Academy graduate and out of high school for 10 years. If a coach goes in, he must have coached at Faribault High School or Bethlehem Academy. And then we do have an at-large where any member of the community who has made significant contributions to Faribault sports over the years. And folks, if you want to nominate somebody, just get their names, give me their names, give me their whatever they did, and we will put it before the selection committee. And that selection committee is myself, Brent Perutka, Tim Petra, Charles Madsen, Ruth Olson, and Mike Perutka. You can contact any of those people if you have somebody that you want to nominate. So,
I would assume you get a lot of nominations.
yes, we do. Yep, we always have. And then, of course, some years it's hard not to put the people in that because they're eligible and they were such fantastic athletes. And we do have quite a group going in this year.
I know.
Yeah. You suppose we should name them?
It's quite a distinguished class there, Tom.
Yes. Suppose we should name them?
Sure.
2015 inductees into the Sports Hall of Fame. Bethany Boelter, Jake Budde, Joe Christensen, Erica Kriechbaum, Brenda Peters Brisley, Tom Schmidt, and Brady Wilson. And that's one guy you wouldn't want to wrestle with.
No, absolutely not. He was a national, he was a high school champion his senior year.
Undefeated.
41-0.
41-0.
Went on to, I think he only had like 24 losses his entire collegiate career.
I think so, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these people. I haven't seen, I see Jake Budde once in a while, but I haven't seen any of these others for a long time. So, and I do read Joe Christensen's Gopher. He's the writer for the Gophers, Minneapolis paper, so I read him every week. So,
yeah, Brady's a assistant coach at St. Cloud State now.
mm-hmm.
It'll be fun to get caught up with these folks. And we have Bethany do color with us on volleyball at the state tournament. That's fun every
I
year.
listen to that. Yep.
Does a great job.
Yep.
Fantastic job. We've had Joe on our AM Minnesota program before. He's so busy, it's tough to nail him down.
Yeah.
But a delightful young man who actually interned here at KDHL for a while.
Yeah. A few years ago.
Oh yeah, that's been a
But
few years ago.
after me.
Oh yeah, long after you.
I've been gone a long
Yeah,
time.
you were smart. You were
Is
smart.
that what you call it?
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You went out and made a good living.
Yep.
Now you get to golf.
A lot. Yep. And clean the yard.
A lot?
A lot. Too many trees in the yard. Got to mulch all the time. Clean them up all the time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, let's run down the list of athletes, shall we? Give us a few details on some of these athletes. Now, for those who've never been to your banquet,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you have these inductees come up and make a brief speech.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. You bet. We introduce them. We read their history. Let them get up and give a speech. And oh yeah, that's been going on every year. So it's really great.
And it never ceases to amaze me that they usually don't talk a lot about their accomplishments. They usually don't talk a lot about anything really specifically in sports. They talk about what it taught them in terms of life lessons.
Yeah. Yep, and it's the speeches are usually pretty short. There's been a few long ones, so we've had to cut off. Yeah.
Your goal is to get people out of there by what time again?
Well, my goal is to get them out of there by 9 o'clock.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been the goal, and we usually reach that goal, Gordy.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Although I see we're starting the dinner a little later than normal, but I'll move the people in to eat early, and so we can get going with the program. Because we have 7 going in this year, and so it'll take a little longer. Yeah.
You know, I was going to ask you before we get started on that. For lack of a better term, you think all the old timers are in, or are there still some people from the 20s, 30s, or that we don't know about?
There could be that we don't know about, and that's why we want if there is somebody and somebody wants to nominate them, please let me know. Yeah, and give me some history. I need the history, so. Yeah.
Okay, so let's tackle it. Bethany Boelter's our first, I would guess.
Bethany
alphabetically.
Boelter. Yep. According to her father, who was her coach, Franz Boelter, was the foundation of the Class A volleyball dominance of the Bethlehem Academy Cardinals, along with fellow inductee Erica Kriechbaum. Yeah, Bethany played varsity volleyball from 8th grade through the 12th grade. All conference honors, grade 9 through 12, academic all honors, state all tournament team in 02 and 04, Pioneer Press honorable mention as a sophomore, all state as a junior and a senior. That was just volleyball. Yep, they won the conference championship 5 years in a row when she was playing. Subsection runner-up, subsection champs, and state tournament runner-up in 02 and 04, and state champs in 203. They were 92 wins and only 7 losses, Gordy, in their last 3 years. And her cute nickname, Double B, Bethany Boelter. She also played basketball through her sophomore year and also was a golfer for that famous golf coach at BA. Oh, that's right, that was me.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, she played golf for me 9th through 12th, 9th grade through 12th grade. She was MVP as the girls reached the team section meet. She was a positive leader, a serious student, class officer, on the snowball court, homecoming court, American Legion Girls Award, honor roll constantly, and then Double B accepted a Division II scholarship to North Dakota State, and she earned all academic honors and played in the NCAA 2 Nationals, and then transferred to Mankato State, spent 3 years in the Maverick program and participated in D2 Nationals in 07, and she also graduated magna cum laude.
Valedictorian for high school class.
Yep. So congratulations, Double B, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday night. It's been a while. I hope she still got her golf swing.
Well, I'm sure she does.
I hope so.
She was fun to watch.
Oh.
The volleyball court, man.
Was she
such
ever?
good hands. Very good.
Yeah.
She made it look effortless.
Yeah. Well, she took after her father.
Well, she worked
No,
hard.
her mother.
She worked very hard.
Yeah,
to
she
get as good
really
as she did.
Oh, God. Like I said, I look forward to it. Double B. Yep. Whoop, moving right along.
Jake Budde.
Jake Budde. Yep, another long line of all-around athletes who performed at BA. He played 3 sports. Varsity football, 10, 11, and 12th grade. Team captain, MVP, all-conference. Played basketball his freshman year through his senior year. Great success, all-conference, junior, senior. Team captain. Awarded all-state academic honors and all-state honorable mention. And they were very successful. They won the 2005 Gopher Conference Championship. And then, of course, each spring, Jake played golf. Lettered 5 years. Oh, under Coach Tom Hartman. And Jake was in the state tournament his junior and senior year in the golf tournament. It was MVP, picked up all conference honors, class officer, homecoming court as a senior. Then he enrolled at St. John's, played MIAC basketball for 2 years, completed an accounting degree. So, and now Jake is back in business with his folks. So congratulations, Jake. We look forward to seeing you again on Friday night.
You missed one key element of his success.
I'm sorry. What?
He's a neighbor of Jerry Grosskreutz.
Oh, gosh. How could I ever forget? I knew that, too.
That's one of the things that I'm sure Jake will bring up on
Up in
Friday
that
night.
luxurious area of Faribault. Absolutely. Out on the west side.
Joe Christensen.
Joey Christensen. Oh, boy. How do you talk about Joey Christensen? He had, you know, his byline appears in the Star Tribune. He makes us all very, very proud. But he had a stellar high school career. He completed in hockey and baseball. Played hockey from age 5 through his captaincy his senior year. And baseball was probably his first love. He was just a bulldog competitor at third base or on the mound. And he named his son Brooks after his lifetime hero, Brooks Robinson, Hall of Famer of the Baltimore Orioles. Yep. Teammates of his were Shane Gunderson, Ned Lewis, Mike Glenn. And at Faribault High School, he was an honor student who was involved in many school activities and also editor of the School Echo and worked at KDHL radio.
Mm-hmm. For a period, yeah.
Yep. He chose University of Minnesota School of Journalism to further his education. And while he was there, he worked the Minnesota Daily covering Gopher hockey. After he graduated, he went to Southern California. He covered the San Diego Padres for a year, the Dodgers for 3 years, moved east to cover the Baltimore Orioles while working for the Baltimore Sun. The Star Tribune brought him home to cover the Twins, which he did for 8 years. And to cut down on travel, he gave up his Twins job and took over the Gopher basketball desk. And Coach Joe has helped Coach Kill create genuine interest and real enthusiasm in the game. So, and his grandpa Fritz will be there, I imagine. So congratulations, Joey Christensen, and he's going to be there because the Gophers have a bye
This week.
So it worked out beautiful. So congratulations, Joe Christensen, Faribault Sports Hall of Fame.
Maryland and Minnesota Sports Writer of the Year honors, too.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, man, I guess so. And he's really looking forward to this. He's called me a couple of times.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
Knowing Joe.
Yeah. Our next is another Bethlehem Academy graduate. And according to Franz, another foundation of that program, volleyball program, was Erica Kriechbaum. She, along with Double B, their leadership, hard work, and determination got them all headed in the right directions. Erica was an all-around athlete at BA. She shined in volleyball, basketball, fast pitch softball, and golf. Yep, and as we talked about Double B, they won those state tournaments. She played from 8th grade to her senior year, subsection runners-up, won the state championship her junior year. She was chosen team captain her senior year, all conference honors, and she was named the Whitey Hansen Hustle Award winner and the Janaminick Award winner. She was a solid basketball player, team captain. Fast pitch softball kept Erica busy through the spring and summer, all conference in '03, played summer softball with Faribault High School team.
Was a terrific catcher.
Oh boy. And she also found time to contribute to the girls golf team. She earned all conference honors at 205. It is obvious that when she graduated, they lost a truly gifted all-around athlete. So, Erica Kriechbaum, and by the way, I've talked to her a few times. She and her husband still play golf a lot.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
She went on to St. Catherine, where she was MIAC MVP on her team at St. Catherine University.
Yeah.
Terrific back row player.
Okay, we move on to Brenda Peters Brisley. During a 13-year stretch beginning in '95 and ending in 2007, the Faribault girls swimmers were Big Nine Conference champions. It was an unheard period of pool dominance, and Brenda Peters was a standout contributor for 6 of those in a row. She began swimming at age 5 and with the club until she was 20. She and her sister and her brother had chlorine in their veins. She started for the Gophers as a sprinter and a relay member, lettered all 6 years, conference recognition, qualified for the state tournament all 6 years, earned all state honors the last 5, competed in the junior nationals ages 11 and 12. She was in the top 60 in the nation for 50 meters and 100 meters. Gathered all American honors. Her teammates selected her team captain, MVP, and most inspiring person. She was also part of the track program from 7th through her junior year. Great student athlete. Her next stop was St. Cloud University. She competed for her undergraduate degree in 3 years while swimming and training full-time. She competed 1 year of graduate school and her final year in 2007. Yeah, beginning as a freshman, she earned 4 varsity letters, Rookie of the Year, an academic honor roll. 6 times Brenda was NCAA Division II national record holder. So congratulations, Brenda Peters Brisley, Hall of Fame 2015. Looking forward to seeing her. And I don't know if we got enough time to go through this next one. It's a long list. Tommy Schmidt. At Faribault High School, he competed in cross country in the fall, swimming in the winter, track in the spring. Team captain in all sports. 13 varsity letters. 38 all-conference citations. Held 11 Faribault High School records. A state record holder. 4 times state champion, 4 times All-American. His senior year in 2002, he surpasses any Falcon athlete in our school history. He ran to the individual championship in state cross country.
State championship 4x50 meter relay.
Oh yeah. And then he won the 800 meter in the spring and the 1600 meter individual champions at the state meet.
Wow.
Amassing 4 state championships in 1 year.
Division I, too. We're talking University of Minnesota grad.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Congratulations, Tommy. Looking forward to seeing you on Friday night. And then this next one, like I said, you don't want to wrestle him. In the early 200s, the Falcons were blessed with a dominant big man. As a senior, he was chosen to the 205 High School Athlete of the Year in recognition for his accomplishments on the football field and the wrestling mat. He was an offensive and defensive lineman for Ned Lewis, team captain, all-conference honors. Heavyweight Wilson was a consistent point getter for Coach Armbruster's wrestlers, team captain, all-conference recognition twice. During his senior year, Gordy, get this, he completely dominated conference, state, and section competition. He won the state championship in St. Paul, and his record was
41-0.
41-0. I've never heard of that. Later he entered the high school nationals, finished second against the best in the country. Then went to Winona State as the best program for his talents. He chose because he flourished as a Maverick. A four-year starter, he was 144 wins and only 24 losses. Most wins ever in the Mankato program. Team captain 3 times, All-American honors. He finished 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd in the Nationals, and he was awarded Student Athlete of the Year in 2010. That was the first time in the school's history that the same athlete won both awards. Now he's an assistant wrestling coach for 2 seasons. In his second year with the Mavericks, they wrestled to a 10th place in the D2. And then in 2012, he took an assistant head coaching job at St. Cloud State Huskies, and they've been a national power in Division II wrestling. So Brady's goal is to become the head coach. So good luck with that, and congrats, Brady Wilson. Look forward to seeing you on Friday night.
And again, people can get tickets by...
Okay, they can call me, they can call Charlie Madsen, they can go to Faribault Liquor and see my brother Duff. They can go to, the barber shop. And let's see, anybody else? Anybody else needs tickets, they can...
Or get them at the door.
Oh yeah, they can buy them at the door that night, Gordy, yeah.
Faribault Legion, $17.50 are the tickets.
Yep.
Get a great meal with that.
Oh yeah. And a fabulous program.
Yeah, sounds like it. Quite a class.
26th year, Gordy. 26 years.
Before you know it, we'll be back at it again.
I was pretty young when I started on
that. Thanks for coming in, Tom.
Thank you, Gordy. Look forward to seeing you on Friday night.
Yeah,
you might be available.
I hope
That's
I
good.
Can stop out. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yep.
They usually have a volleyball match that night, but I don't think that's going to happen this year because the whole schedule's a little different this season, which is good for me.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that. That's Friday night down at the Faribault American Legion. That concludes today's edition of AM Minnesota.